Generational trauma, sometimes called intergenerational or transgenerational trauma, refers to the emotional, psychological, and even physical wounds that are passed down from one generation to the next. These traumas can be born from difficult life experiences, unresolved pain, or unhealthy behaviors that our ancestors never had the tools to heal. Without realizing it, parents and grandparents who haven't processed their own trauma can unconsciously pass it on to their children, creating cycles of emotional pain, toxic behavior, and unresolved wounds. Today, we're going to explore how to recognize generational trauma in your own family and what steps you can take to begin healing for yourself and future generations. Let's dive into the first step, learning how to approach your parents with empathy and open communication. Have you ever felt like your relationship with your parents is strained, but you're not sure why? Maybe you've been told that setting boundaries is the solution, but something inside you feels like there might be another way, something more connected. One key step to healing family dynamics is to understand that your parents are often acting from a place of their own upbringing, experiences, and values. They may not be fully aware of how their behaviors are impacting you because they're repeating what they learned. Instead of building rigid boundaries or distancing yourself, try to approach the conversation with empathy. Empathy doesn't mean excusing toxic behavior, but it does mean trying to understand where it comes from. Using calm, non-defensive language like "I feel" statements can open the door to more productive conversations, making both sides feel heard instead of triggering defensiveness. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming parents for past pain, but that often leads to more conflict or emotional shutdowns. Instead, focus on how behaviors affect you in the present while avoiding accusatory tones. When blame is removed, it allows both you and your parent to reflect on the issue instead of viewing boundaries as walls to separate yourself from your parents. Think of them as a way to build understanding. Boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about finding common ground where both parties feel respected. Finding middle ground means understanding your parents' intentions, even if their actions weren't always healthy. By learning to communicate with understanding, you can help break the cycle of toxic behaviors that may have been passed down for generations. Healing doesn't always have to be about distancing yourself. It can be about transforming the relationship through healthier communication. True healing happens when we learn to understand each other, even through the pain. If we approach our parents with empathy and openness, there's a chance to create healthier, more meaningful connections. Have you tried understanding your parents' perspectives? How did that change your relationship? Share your experiences in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, healing can begin with a single conversation.